Hello, I'm Matthew Olson, SDSU Extension 4-H Youth Program Advisor in Pennington County. This is the third video on how to complete the Pennington County 4-H Member Record Book. For the other videos, see the links in the description below. With this video today, we're going to go over Section 3, Public Presentations. To get started, I'm going to go ahead and open up my Member Record Book. Once you open your record book, scroll down to Section 3, you'll see it titled Public Presentations at the top of the page. Before we fill out information in this section, I'm going to review with you what public presentations are and the type of information that you should be recording when you give one. There are 4 types of public presentations: demonstrations, illustrated talks, public speaking, and Project Y. Each of these types have their own unique aspects that can enhance your public presentation about your project area. For descriptions of each of these types, visit the South Dakota 4-H Member Public Presentation Guidelines on igrow.org. There's a link in the video description below. In Section 3, you should only record public presentations related to your project area work given at the club, which is the local level, the county, or state levels. Public presentations given in school as a homework assignment do not count unless they are directly related to your 4-H project area work. When you give a public presentation, there is some basic information that you should record. This includes the date that you gave the presentation, the type of public presentation, whether it was a demonstration, an illustrated talk, public speaking, or a Project Y, the title of the presentation, where you gave the presentation, whether it was at the club, the county, or state level, and the ribbon placing that you received, if you received one, the number of people who watched your presentation, the project area the presentation is focused on, and any other comments you want to make about the presentation. Going back to the public presentations section of the record book, there were 4 public presentations that I gave this 4-H year, and I'll walk you through how to enter them. As you scroll down, you'll see it says New 4-H Year. What you want to do is indicate which 4-H year that you're entering information for. So for this 4-H year, it's 2016 to 2017. What you'll do in between every 4-H year is do this same thing and indicate that it's a new 4-H year and what 4-H year it is. The first demonstration that I gave was actually at the club level on February 6, 2017. It was an illustrated talk with the title of Tips to a Successful Goat Tying Run at a 4-H Rodeo. This was at the club level, and so I'm going to put an X under the L for local, and I put an X because I did not receive a ribbon for it. There were 23 people that watched my presentation, and it was in the rodeo project area. To be clear to somebody that's reading it, I'm just going to make a note that it was at my club meeting. And that's all the information that I have to enter about that illustrated talk. The next public presentation I gave was at the Wall Youth in Action Day on April 7th, 2017, and it was a demonstration titled Using Robot Sensors, the Sixth Sense. This was at a county event, so under the C column, I'm going to put the ribbon placing that I received, which was a blue ribbon. There were 10 people that watched it, and it was in the robotics project area. I'm going to make a note that it was at the Wall Youth in Action Day. The next presentation that I gave was actually at the State Fair on September 2nd, 2017. It was actually the same demonstration that I gave at the Wall Youth in Action Day, because in order to take a public presentation to the State Fair, you have to have entered it into a county event and be judged on it. This was at the State Fair, and I actually improved from the Wall Youth in Action Day and received a purple ribbon. There were 5 people at the State Fair that watched it, and it was in the robotics project area. I'm going to make a note that it was at the State Fair, and I actually received a really high score of 95, and I'm proud of that, so I want to make a note of that. The next presentation I gave was on November 5th, 2017, and it was at the county recognition event. And it was titled, What 4-H Means to Me. This was at a county event, and I didn't receive a ribbon for it, so I'll just put an X under the C for county. I estimate there were 150 people that watched my public speaking. It was in the Citizenship Project area, and I'll make a note that it was at the recognition event, and the 4-H advisor specifically invited me, so I'm going to make a note of that. As you notice, I started to fill up that section pretty quickly. The PDF format will give you 2 lines of text, so you want to be careful on how much information that you enter and be selective about what you enter and be brief about it. Those are the 4 public presentations that I gave this 4-H year. To start the next 4-H year, I would indicate that it's a new 4-H year just like it's written above when I start next year. Thank you for watching this video on how to fill out Section 3, Public Presentations of the Pennington County 4-H Member Record Book. If you have any questions, please feel free to call or email us at pennington.county@sdstate.edu or 605-394-2188.